Last name Minger, M-I-N-G-E-R.
Andy Bleha and Sprague Minger don't have much time.
Fantastic. Okay, cool.
With their wedding day fast approaching,
Fingers crossed for mom and dad next week.
Sprague has yet to tell his parents.
I did tell them I was engaged, and they didn't reject me. It's been difficult for them as older people to accept that their son is gay, a little bit, I think. They would say no, but you know.
What they don't know is that Sprague and Andy are already married.
You may kiss your husband.
We just had a lovely ceremony right here in our living room.
Part practical,
Health insurance and taxes and selling houses.
part political.
The election kind of tipped the scale for sure on that.
The thing that made me go, oh, like, was the whole thing with Roe v. Wade. The part of women's rights we thought was locked solid. I kind of look at what happened, just very recently and go, okay, I feel like we made the right move at the time that we needed to.
A piece of paper that binds them together may now protect them.
And then this is us with the actual marriage license.
It's what husbands Paul Bepler and Terry Gilbert fought for.
3, 2, 1. Happy Marriage Equality Day!
In 2012, Washington's marriage equality law was ultimately upheld by a voter-approved referendum, making it one of 3 states where voters directly weighed in, along with Maine and Maryland. Paul and Terry were one of the first couples to be married legally at City Hall in 2012.
The offices opened at midnight, so there were lines. There were a lot of people. There were reporters there, so it was
an event.
Everybody was just so excited. It means so much to a lot of people.
This eventually paved the way for federal legalization in 2015, allowing same-sex couples to enjoy the over 1,100 federal benefits and responsibilities that come with being officially married.
There are things in the tax code. There are things in inheritance. There are things in medical systems.
Public support for same-sex marriage has more than doubled over the past 2 decades, from 31% support in 2004 to 55% in 2015, and now around 67% approval. Wedding planner Cindy Savage says she sees the difference.
In 2015, most of my queer clients did not have parents in attendance. Most of them did not have family in attendance. And that's for exactly the reason you think. It's because they're homophobic. But what I've noticed in the last 10 years is that more and more we have not only parents attending, but parents attending very enthusiastically.
That's the hope for the newlyweds come October.
Show my appreciation to all of the people that were there to support me and love me through all the times that I had in my life. And so it's a celebration for us, but I get to celebrate with everyone that I love.
10 years after love won, it's still something worth fighting for. While the Trump administration has not said anything about repealing same-sex marriage, far-right campaigns in different states are rallying support to overturn it. For example, in Michigan, a lawmaker introduced a resolution condemning Obergefell v. Hodges, which has stood strong for the past decade.
But as many people know, talk of overturning Obergefell is not new to the Trump administration, is it?
No, this conversation is not new at all. And ever since the Supreme Court repealed Dobbs v. Jackson's Women's Health Association, which struck down federal abortion rights, Justice Clarence Thomas said specifically the Supreme Court should reconsider all of the court's substantive due process precedents, including Obergefell, which is why the rhetoric around it is one of fear right now.
Sharon, thank you.